Following the trail of spice shipments, we made our way up to Nunavut Bay, Canada, the secret hub of Jean Bison's shipping empire. As a young man, he trekked across Canada to strike it rich during the gold rush of 1852. An avid prospector, he took some chances and ended up buried alive in an avalanche. Miraculously, the quick freeze kept him alive, and 120 years later, thanks to global warming, he thawed out. A product of his time, he dreams of taming the wild north, damming every river and chopping down all the trees, with progress delivered at the sharp end of an axe. Shipping spice for the Claw Gang proved a lucrative way to bankroll his one-man war against nature. And yet, I have to feel a little sorry for him. He's just a normal guy from the 1850s. Back in his day, he'd be a hero, but today, he's a villain. Either way, that man's got more than his fair share of the clockwork parts. What a low-tech guy like Jean Bison is doing with robot parts is a mystery. I almost don't want to know. But as always, it's only a matter of time before I find out.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Slide 2 Band of Thieves, and last time we took down the Contessa and recovered the Clockwork Eyes. Now comes the bad news. The bad news is, well, we're now at a new location, and it's time we hunt down some more clockwork parts. And thank God for it, finally a breath of fresh air. Anyway, let's get started.
I've got a lead on the clockwork parts. Head through town and out into the wilderness.
Yup, this is today's mission, cabin crimes. And I do have to say, this is a huge change of pace. Thank God for it, since now I'm going to have to work my hardest to get the coins I need to get myself these new skills, such as the hover pack and the silent obliteration. The silent obliteration was an ability that was first introduced in this game. Basically, you could be able to do like some silent kills without... Oh, wait, hang on 1 second. Alright, fine, I'm gonna take you down. Bye-bye! Yeah, I hate when I have to get caught. Anyway, it should be straight ahead, so let's get underway. As you know, we've arrived at Nunavut Bay, Canada. And like I said, a major breath of fresh air from all the Contessa missions where it has like a dark atmosphere. Not my cup of tea, if you can put it that way. At least this time, we got ourselves a lot more work to do. I hope it doesn't get too hard, because the game's going to get a lot harder than it should be. And we got ourselves a ruby. And we got to watch out for this train, because it's instant death. Not to mention, the trains carry an important plot point to this level. And it looks like we got to avoid these bear traps, too. Hey, moleface, back off. Of course, we could avoid them like they're nothing. Wait, is this the right location? Let me see. I'm not getting anything, so... Nah. This isn't what I'm looking for. Oh, great. Come on, it should be around here somewhere. Yeah, I noticed already there was a lot of trains here. And a lot of trains means a lot of movement. Ah, there it is. Can't believe I wasn't paying attention. Good thing the paraglider works not wonders. Okay, enough of the interruptions. Let's get started.
That cabin may seem rustic, but don't be fooled. It's the control center for Jean Bison's trade empire. Sneak inside and raid his files. You're sure to find out where he keeps his clockwork parts.
Ransacking his files doesn't sound hard. Now, climbing up a sheer rock wall, that'll be a challenge.
You're in luck. Before Jean Bison took over, this used to be a popular destination for rock climbers. Some of their old wall hooks are still around.
I'm guessing I just jump and hit the circle button to latch on.
That's right. And remember to lean back before you spring off the hook. You'll get more altitude.
Thanks for the tip. I'll give it a try.
This can be really helpful, so you jump, hit the circle button, hold back, and then you'll be able to propel upwards. Alright, hang on. Back off, mole breath. Anyway, I'm going to be shutting up here, so I'll let you guys just enjoy the conversation that follows.
Jackpot, Sly! That's Jean Bison!
Looks like he didn't notice me come in.
Just stay out of sight and take a picture of each of his train routes. They should narrow our search for his share of the clockwork parts.
All right, I'm on it.
Hello, Arpeggio here.
Salutations, Mr. Arpeggio. Y'all got time to shoot the breeze?
Of course, for you, chum, always. Although must we communicate through that dreadful speakerphone?
Yeah, I can think better while my legs move. Pumps blood to your brain.
Yes, of course. One must keep blood in one's brain. But do tell, is there some pressing matter you'd like to discuss?
First off, are you still coming on schedule to get that Northern Lights battery?
Yes, we're well underway. My blimp should arrive at the end of the week.
Bullseye. For second, when you gonna give me a look-see at that clockwork brain of yours? I'd sure like to buy it off you.
Bison, you covetous troglodyte. You've already got the lion's share of the parts. Would you take my meager portion of the robotic bird for your own and strip me of all my earthly pleasures?
Sly, did you hear that? Bison's hidden the Iron Horse blueprints in his trophy bass. Head for the fish on top of the fireplace and steal those plans.
Sounds like you're making capital use of your share of the robotic loot. But for now, the clockwork brain stays with me on the blimp. Although, when I arrive to pick up the Northern Lights back...
Excellent! Now get out of that cabin before you're spotted.
That'll do fine. By the way, you ready to giddy up into Perry for the final hoedown?
Yes! The blimp's hypnotist wavelengths conform to the specs drawn up by the Contessa, and Dimitri, before his unfashionable capture, did a bang-up job of distributing...
After analyzing Bison's decorating techniques, I think we'll find the other trophy bass above the mantle in the 2 remaining cabins.
Okay, that was a lot of plot exposition. For what we know, this whoever's Jean Bison's talking to has something to do with what's going to transpire later on. And we've now found out more about this Arpeggio. Whoever this Arpeggio is the one behind everything with the claw gang. But I gotta ask, what does it have to do with the Northern Light battery? Well, I don't want to spoil per se, but only time will tell when I find out. Before we do, let's just take care of this grunt first. I need some pocket change, please. Thank you. Is it that hard to ask?
Yep, just like I thought. Get to the fish above the mantle and steal those blueprints.
Good idea, but I gotta do it in a way where I will not attract any attention. And unfortunately, I have only alarm clock, rage bomb, voltage attack, insanity strike, knockout dive, smoke bomb. I don't got anything. I don't got anything that can knock these douchebags out. That's fine. At least this gives me an excuse to pocket change. Oh, they don't detect me either. How swell. Oh, and there's the safe. That should keep things in mind for when we do encounter it. And now we got number 2.
2 down, 1 to go.
Yup, but I gotta make sure not to attract any attention. Of course, I could wait outside and pickpocket. Thank you for the topaz. As long as I don't attract any attention, I'll do fine. And I get out the way I came in. Silent. Okay, so there's one left, and there it is straight ahead. Before I do, I need more change. I have to keep on collecting because some of the skills here are really expensive, with the highest being around 1,300 for Murray. So right now I gotta take every single advantage possible to do it. Also, I gotta watch out for these trains, because if you get hit by them, it's instant death. If you don't know what these trains are, these are the 3 Iron Horse trains. John Bison uses them to run his trains all night and all day, with the use of the clockwork parts. Bentley's going to explain it more in detail in the briefing, but if you get the point, well, you'll see what I mean. But we gotta watch out, because we don't want to attract attention. And there are a lot of bear traps here, and that could prove to be very dangerous. Alright, let's get inside and get the last one.
The last trophy bass is above the fireplace. Be careful.
Attention all cabin guards. I've heard tell from the boys at Ponderosa Cabin there's someone been in my hidden blueprints. Everyone stay sharp. This ain't no summer camp. I don't pay you boys to lollygag while there's a thief in these parts.
Okay, apologize, because John Bison had to open his mouth. But now we got the last one.
Exceptional work, Sly. That's the last of the blueprints.
Okay, what I don't understand is why the heck Sly jumps up after he gets the blueprints. That's kind of strange. But at least I'm netting myself more pocket change. As long as I don't attract any negative attention, that is. There's no point. I can worry about it later. Let's just get out of here.
Armed with all 3 blueprints, we should be able to isolate and track the Iron Horse trains through that satellite dish.
Top of the mountain, huh? Shouldn't take long.
Alright, time for a little mountain climbing. I don't mind it any other way. Though we have to watch out for some incoming guards. They can prove to be a very big problem. Wait a minute. There you go. And a large gold bar. That's going to net us a lot of pocket change. Thank you.
This appears to be the only way up. Keep an eye out for those rock climber wall hooks. They might be useful.
Well, they already helped me, Bentley, so I'm not complaining. And there it is, the satellite.
This is great! We've got total access to the train's GPS system. It's all on my computer. Head back to the safe house. I'll crunch some numbers and give you and Murray the rundown.
And we're done here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This is where things get ugly.
Thanks to Sly's efforts, we now know the location of all 3 of the local clockwork parts. 2 lugs and a stomach. John Bison has grafted each piece to the engine in one of his Iron Horse trains. This improvement allows the trains to run all night and all day. We won't have the luxury of sneaking in while they're stopped. While they're in motion, the only way aboard is through a hatch on the caboose roof, which unfortunately has been locked down. These need to go. First, collect the spice gas from the balloons above town, and then land on the back of the caboose to blow off the locks. Once the way is cleared, I'll suit up and jump into Iron Horse number 1 while it passes near town. With some luck, we'll have the first clockwork lug in a few hours.